Hey guys, what is up? Welcome to the Rusty Toolbox. I'm in Grants, New Mexico. Yes, you heard that right, Grants, New Mexico. And I am comparing the Hyundai Elantra GT with my Kia Forte5 hatchback. Stay tuned. So here we are in Grants, New Mexico. Tiny town out in the middle of pretty much nowhere. Beautiful drive coming out of Albuquerque. And we have a Hyundai Elantra GT. It's got 19,000 miles on it. It is in this actually really pretty blue. So I was wondering what the differences would be. In terms of styling, the shape is very similar. Obviously, it has these sort of Hyundai style curves and edges and points and all that stuff. I actually find the Hyundai to be quite handsome. I think it's a nice looking car. I can't obviously do a direct comparison. This is the base model Elantra GT, and I have the popular package on my Forte5. But it is pretty darn similar. If you get in here, the seats feel very much the same. The rear legroom is actually there's a little bit less rear legroom than in the Kia. There's a couple things I don't like about the Elantra, and I do like in the Kia how there's a little cutout in the A-pillar for another. There's a small window with that has a little defroster right there. In this car, the A-pillar does seem a little further down, and it kind of blocks some of the view. But I guess one of the good things is the B-pillar here tends to not get in the way as much as in my Kia. One thing I do like about the Elantra a lot is the shifter is quite similar. But in my Kia, when you go down, if you go to the left, it has the manual option to go, shift up, shift down. In this car, it's down and to the right. When you're in this seat and you pull down into drive, if you have your hand on it, it oftentimes will just slip into manual mode, which is fine if you want it to be in there, but a lot of times when you're just commuting, you don't necessarily want that. So I like in this car how you go out. It's a much more purposeful movement. This car doesn't have the equipped Apple Play, but everything is fairly similar. I don't quite like the button layout on this car quite as much as in the Forte5. I like having the little switches that you can go up and down. To me, it's just nicer to be able to go up and down instead of trying to sort of having to take a little glance and figure out which one is which. The instrument panel is essentially the same. Not much to do there. Overall, the Hyundai Elantra is a nice car. It's certainly very comparable to the Forte5. Personally, after having spent some time in this car and commuting in it, I would probably take the Kia just because it's slightly more comfortable. And like I said, the button layout is a little nicer in my opinion. I honestly like the looks of the Elantra GT a bit better. I wish that it had an option for a slightly more powerful motor. We'll see if that happens with the new Veloster motor that's been announced coming in next year. But it is a good car. It definitely feels a bit cheaper than the Kia, and that might be just due to the difference in the popular package versus the base model. But that's it. Now let's go explore Grants, New Mexico. See if there's anything around here that might be interesting. Cruising around Grants, New Mexico. Apparently, Grants is located on the original Route 66. It's part of what brought people here. There is also, it's sort of the central point between 4 different native reservations. Another interesting thing, because as you're driving here, you kind of go, what would bring people here besides just the natural beauty? And then it is also pretty close to the Rio Grande. So right now we're going to head over to the city town hall, like the city hall. Apparently there's a huge arch that I need to go take a picture under or go film. So we're going to head that way and see a little bit more as we sort of wander around, get a little bit lost here, looking around the little town of Grants, New Mexico. Here we are, Grants, New Mexico, and the Route 66 Neon drive-thru. And we are going to drive through the apparently famous Grants, New Mexico Route 66 arch. Look at that. Grants rocks. That's pretty cool. Look at that. So in conclusion, I think we can say, I think the Kia Forte 5 is a overall slightly better car than the Elantra GT hatchback. I do like both. I actually like I said, I like the styling of the Elantra, the exterior styling a little bit more. But man, being inside the Kia is just a slightly better experience. I think they did a few things just right. So we're here in Grants. I'm gonna go ahead and take the rest of this time to explore and make my way back to Albuquerque. But appreciate you joining us on Rusty Toolbox. Make sure you hit like, subscribe for more videos. We got some more stuff coming down the pipeline. Appreciate all of you guys, all the viewers and subscribers, and we'll see you next time.